Hello everybody, hope you're all well. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to a brand new video. Today I thought we would head to the boot sale and I am starting my Christmas shopping. Well, I say I'm starting my Christmas shopping. I start my Christmas shopping on Boxing Day every year. As soon as I see things that I think make good Christmas gifts, I buy them. So I am a Christmas shopper throughout the year. You may have noticed I pop things away, I squirrel things away, and yeah, I like to have plenty of gifts readily available. Let me know if you're the same. Are you somebody that does that too, or are you somebody that just has very specific gifts in mind for people if you're buying them and then you just get those gifts and you know what you're getting? Or do you, if you see something, you think, oh, I know so-and-so would like that, and then buy it as you go? I would love to know. But today I thought, we would have a browse around the boot sale and I'll see if I can find any nice gifts. It's always fun to see if you can find good gifts at the boot sale. I think the great thing is at the boot sale, you will often find people selling actual, like packaged gifts. So things that maybe they've been given that were unwanted. You find a lot of nice things in their boxes. It could be like nice little bits of homeware. It could be a book as well. Often I'll find brand new books at the boot sale, all sorts of things really. So there's always something that you might be able to find. Same with the charity shops. And then, we'll have a browse and I'll meet you back here, show you everything that I picked up. I've also got some bits, just a bit random to include in the haul. Sometimes I just like to show you random things that I've bought that I thought you might be interested in. So stay tuned for those. So we will have a quick sip of the coffee. I've made it in my Starbucks travel mug just because I want to keep it nice and warm. It's one of those days today where I'm doing this, that and the other, and the coffee will go cold. We're gonna have a little relax together, enjoy our coffee or beverage of your choice, quick sip, and then we'll jump in to see some boot sale footage, and I'll meet you back here and show you everything that I found. Did anything catch your eye? I have a basket full of exciting things to share with you. Ready for the creak? So I'm going to pop this here, and I've also got an item all ready to go. I've been testing this and we have a little bit of a disappointment. So this is the first thing that I've got to show you. This was from some sellers that sold me a couple of other bits, and within buying a few items, this worked out at £10. They wanted 15 for it originally, but I bought the little bulk buy. I've plugged this in and switched it on. It's a radio, pure digital, and it says Evoke 1. Maybe some of you even have this. When I switch it on, it just makes a horrendous speaker noise, and the volume doesn't seem to turn down that horrendous speaker noise. So it's got the on-off button. I'm not going to do it because show you, because the noise is so horrendous. But I just wondered, just in case any of you have encountered this and you happen to know what is going on, let me know. Or has it had it? Or do I take it to try and get it fixed? I'm not sure. But yeah, I would love any thoughts on this because I really like the idea of having this little plug-in radio. I have got things like, you know, the Alexa, and I've got a little battery operated radio in the kitchen that I bought from Poundland, and that's really good. But this looked like a really nice quality one with a plug on it. So I just thought that could be really lovely to use maybe, you know, up in the loft or in the bedroom, but hey ho, sometimes that's the risk at the boot sale. But I don't think, you know, I don't think the sellers would have been aware of that. Sometimes people are just clearing stuff out, aren't they? And then things just, I don't know, break while they're in storage or whatever. On to some Christmas gift ideas. That will not be a Christmas gift for anybody, do not worry. This is the first thing that I picked up with a Christmas gift in mind. It is this Coach New York little gift set of, the box needs a little bit of a wipe down, but other than that, it's pretty good going. It's a beautiful little, whoops, it's even got the little price tag thing in there. It's a beautiful little luggage set. So yeah, we have the lovely luggage tag and this rather glam looking passport holder with the Coach hardware on it. And it's got this like glittery fabric, and the glitter doesn't come off on your hands. Because I thought, oh no, is that going to be that kind of nightmare glitter? But it's not. It's kind of all part and parcel. And then inside it's got space for some little cards, and then the passport. It's all new, as you can see, with the card and the care instructions in there. We have the original little barcode too. And then the luggage tag is really nice as well. And you know, if you pop that on your suitcase, you'll spot that coming around the belt, won't you? It's almost too nice to put it in the hold. But yeah, it's got the little Coach hardware on there too. And this was just £10, which I thought was fantastic. So a fabulous gift here for a tenner, a little bit of airport glam, and we love a designer find at the boot sale. Next up, I picked up this piece of art, and this is a Lowry painting, and this was, how much were you? I think this was £2.50, and yeah, just a really lovely Lowry canvas print. So I thought that was rather fab. It's a bit gloomy, isn't it? But you know, that is the kind of the vibe with the Lowrys. It kind of matches the day today. I'm looking outside and it's very similar sky to this one. But I do love Lowry paintings. And yeah, I just thought that was fab. So I got that as well. I also picked up some fragrances. Now these won't be gifts because they have, as you can see, been used and there's not loads left in them. I mean, there is a decent amount, but in terms of like a full-sized bottle. But these are both Penhaligon fragrances. So I bought these from the same seller who sold me the radio, and they wanted £15 per bottle and £15 for the radio, but with everything all together, they did me each thing for like a tenner, which is quite a lot for the boot sale, isn't it? But Penhaligon's fragrances are very pricey. They have gone up over the years. And we have Sartorial here, Eau de Toilette, and then we have Loth Air as well, Loth Air, which I have never had this one before. I've had this one before. This might be in my little Penhaligon's fragrance library actually, but I don't recall having this one. And yeah, it's a really lovely scent actually. Quite unusual. I'm not quite sure how we would describe that. If any of you have it, feel free to pop a description in the comments. And then Sartorial, I think this is quite a classic one of theirs, and it's a very nice fragrance. So these would make lovely gifts if you had like a full-size bottle for somebody. Oh, that's good. That's feels very old school. I think Penhaligon's kind of very, I always imagine these are like what people would use in like Downton Abbey or something like that. And they look beautiful in the bathroom, don't they, with the little bows on the bottles. So yeah, I thought for £10 each, those were good value still, although pricey for the boot sale. It is pricey for the boot sale, but this wasn't. And this actually, I'm just thinking, could make a good Christmas gift because we could put this as part of a little hamper for somebody. And this was just 50p, which was music to my ears. It's a little Starbucks snowman. How fab is that? And such a little bargain. The Starbucks mugs can be very collectible, so they can, you know, be quite pricey, but this seller was just selling all their mugs for 50p. And yeah, that was the price. So I was chuffed with that. And with this, I think you could pop in, you know, you can get the little Starbucks pre-made sachets in a box. You can pick up those for like, I think £2 or something like that. And then you just pop some in, or some marshmallows or some hot chocolate, and make up a lovely little gift. Maybe just wrap it in some cellophane or pop it in a basket with some shredded tissue paper. And there's a lovely little gift for somebody. Great for a little Starbucks lover. So yeah, 50p for that. And then we have some, is that the last from the Bootsale? I thought we got some other bits. Maybe that was it, the Bootsale. Oh, this as well. This was £3. There was a chap selling loads and loads of different clothes. And this is just a sports top. It is Patagonia, and it's just a really simple little gym slash running vest. And I just thought that was a really good buy, so I bought that whilst I was there. And then onto a charity shop find, still with Christmas in mind. Well, I've got a couple of bits actually. I could not resist. This Christmas jumper. This was £3.75. Can we appreciate? Isn't that fantastic? Now these, I think this particular charity shop gets, yeah, this is cancer research. I think they get donations in from, I think it's Amazon. I'm pretty sure. Don't you think? There was all these new things. Look at this one. Meow. Oh, I mean, this is just a bit of me, isn't it? Delighted with that. I don't know how much it would be on Amazon. Maybe not loads more, but great to be able to buy that from the charity shops. That's my Christmas jumper sorted. And then I also picked up these two beautiful little mugs. And these were £2 for the pair. And they are Pip Studio. They're a really sweet little size. And again, you know, you could dress these up with some like nice herbal teas maybe, or you could even give somebody these with like a bottle of mulled wine. That would be a very fancy present. These would actually look lovely with, you know, the Fortnum's teas that you can get, because they're kind of that vibe. And you can even get very similar style to Fortnum's teas and the tins now in the bargain store. So if you want that kind of vibe but don't want the price point, I have seen a lot of like quite fancy looking tins of tea and those kind of lovely turquoise colours in the bargain stores. So it's worth keeping your eye out if you want to kind of make a nice little hamper and make it a bit more affordable. But yeah, the two of these for £2 I thought was a total bargain. And then I have here actually a top that I picked up. Might as well show you that whilst I'm here. Marks and Spencer's. This was from when I was popping around some of the charity shops in Somerset. And yeah, extra large, but I think it'll come up all right on me. And this was £4, and I thought that's a great one for travels. I like the zip neck on this. So yeah, I thought that was brilliant. And then on to a couple of random bits. So those are kind of like my Christmas gifts slash random boot sale and charity shop finds. And then I've just got a couple of bits I wanted to show you from the middle of Lidl. First of all, we have this set of paintbrushes, and this was just £1.99. And I picked this up because they're just so handy. They're long handled, and then they've got the angled brush. So really good for getting behind the radiators. Actually really handy as well for cleaning. If you want to go in behind things or dust them out, you can get with the angle on that. Really, really handy. And yeah, I just think the value in Lidl for things like this is exceptional. In the DIY stores, you know, like the big DIY shops, things like this can really add up. So very, very good. And also for my travels, they have in the CN beauty section this really sweet little set of containers, but I've never seen them this tiny before. And these are for beauty products, you know, so they're even smaller than your kind of regular travel sized containers. So you've got tiny little pots, you know, that you just maybe pop your under eye cream in, for example. And then you've got tiny little shampoo bottles, really, really small. So when you are, you know, short of that space, I just thought these were fantastic. And then we have a pump action, which would distribute like a serum. Yeah, it says a pump bottle, and then we also have a spray bottle, you know, for like a misting spray, or you know, if you wanted to put like some pillow mist into that one, if you like your pillow spray, it could be quite good. I kind of like the packaging. It reminds me, it is that kind of old school Hollywood. You know when we went around the Max Factor museum and we saw all of those little pots and ramekins? These colours and the little circular lids on there kind of reminded me of that, so I really like it. I thought that was very, very good. Very impressed. And talking of the pillow mist as well, a little plug for my book. There is a recipe to make a fabulous pillow mist within the recipes of how to make different cleaning products in my book. That is linked for you in the description box if you want to pre-order a copy. But that is everything that I have to show you in today's haul. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, do give the video a thumbs up, give it a hype if you loved it, if you want more people to see this video. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss any future uploads. And yeah, hopefully there will be some more Bootsale visits before the end of the year. There may well be, fingers crossed. Myself and Luke are really hoping that we will be selling at the Bootsale again. So yeah, squeezing that in before Christmas, I mean. So yeah, do stay tuned for that as well, and hopefully that will be happening. But yeah, that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching as always, and I'll see you very soon. Bye.